What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So took about 12-ish hours off from filming. Went to a Cars and Coffee actually this morning with my roommate. Got this thing all cleaned up, took it out, had a really good time. I don't really film that stuff because I like to kind of just enjoy it for myself. When you bring the camera out, it turns into just making good content and not really enjoying it for yourself. So I didn't film. I wanted to kind of just take it in, but that's just how that stuff works. Anyone that films and does stuff on YouTube or any like production stuff, they know that you start focusing too much on getting the right shot and not really enjoying the cars yourself, at least to a point. But yeah, anyway, so we're back. We're going to be working on the Audi today. It is now the weekend, so I think maybe we will be able to get this thing finished. So I'm going to go ahead and put the aluminum fittings on the end of the plate there. So I was looking at the ways to install aluminum fittings so they don't leak. So these ones on the side that mounts to the actual plate, it does have an O-ring and a groove inside the fitting. So once it bottoms out, it is tight. You don't really want to go much more than that. Just snug it up by hand with a small wrench. Ideally, you'd be using an aluminum wrench so you don't mess up the surface, but we aren't, so whatever. But we're gonna go ahead, put them in the plate, snug it up by hand, and then we'll go ahead and use the wrench to finish it the rest of the way. The way that the plate is designed, it kind of guides the O-ring into the plate itself, and then we can go ahead. We're just going to kind of be gentle. We'll make it a little bit bigger than it needs to be, and then we'll clamp down on it, and then we'll slowly just work it in. And like I said, once it bottoms out on the fitting itself, we're going to call it done, because the O-ring is doing our sealing at that point. So right there is where I'm pretty comfortable with it being done. And then we'll do the same with the back one. They really shouldn't be like crazy tight, especially for the AN side. I looked up a guide on how to do those, and that one is very loose compared to other fittings. You don't want to mess up. This is the sealing surface, not the threads, so it doesn't really need to be grabbing that hard, and it is possible to actually over tighten those, so we're going to try and be careful of that. Gotta give it that hock. Spit on that thing. Alright guys, so we have the AC compressor bracket here. We got some orange Loctite, not red. We've got new bolts, and we've got everything cleaned off inside. I think I'm just going to go off of what the mounting bolts for the alternator were. I think it was like 25 Newton meters, something around that. I don't want to over tighten it, and I don't want to under tighten it, but using orange thread locker, hopefully we're good. If anyone sees the video and that is the wrong torque, let me know, and we can go ahead and fix it for now until the car goes back together. We probably can't fix it. We'll just have to live with it. But I don't even think the 3 bolts were in the bracket to begin with, so I think this is going to be infinitely better than what we had previously. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this thing installed. Alright guys, so we got the bracket installed by hand first. We put a crap ton of Loctite on there, so it ain't coming off easy, but we don't want it off, so we're gonna go ahead and torque it at 25 Newton meters for now. It should be fine. Yeah, we're just gonna set it at that and call it a day. Alright, so bracket is now torqued down. Now we can worry about the electrical issues. I should have gone to the junkyard and just gone and picked up an extra plug, but I didn't, so we got to figure something out. Either I can solder on a different connector. I have different like weatherproof connectors, and we can just do it that way, or I don't know. Let me assess the situation. So I wasn't sure what I was going to do, but I did have these little connectors. So little waterproof connectors, so female and male connectors, and then the pins for those. So I think I'm actually just gonna rig up 2 of those, and then we'll clip the connector, or what was left of the connector, on the AC compressor itself, as well as on the car. The car's mine. I really don't care if I'm messing with the harness any. So we're gonna clip it on the compressor. We're gonna clip it on the harness as well, and we'll replace it with these clips. So give me 1 second, and we'll get it done just like that. So here are the 2 connectors connected together. Pull them apart really quick. So it's got the waterproof seal. It's got the waterproof seals on each wire on both sides. So that should be all good. We'll throw it on the car and be able to put the AC compressor in. Alright, so obviously it got dark out. Took a little bit longer than I thought it would to like pin those wires into those plugs, but we got it done. So we got the AC compressor plate. Dude, these guys are going hard. Jeez. That's why everyone hates car guys. But anyway, so we've got AC compressor plate mounted. We've got the adapter fittings mounted onto the oil plate. We got the new coolant downpipe little things mounted up. We've got everything torqued down. And then we also got those 2 wires made up so we can actually splice into the harness on the car. We're going to go ahead and solder it. I know a bunch of people don't solder on the harness of their car for some reason. I have no idea why. Maybe it's like the resistance change or something with solder. I've never understood it. It looks a lot cleaner. Way more long-term installation, and I feel like it's just better, but that's me. And then we'll go ahead and actually solder onto the AC compressor as well and make just a forever connection with the car. So anyway, that is probably going to be it for today's video. I'm pretty done working on this thing. It's too dark. So we'll see you tomorrow bright and early, and hopefully we can get the whole front end put back on this thing.